I would wait till a few people show up to give you a story that just literally happened to me. And if you were to pay attention to the algorithms of how often I post and when I'm posting and how I post it, what I'm saying, it tends to be pretty awesome. And recently, because it's been the gift giving season, I gift people with things that I say and stories that I involve myself with. And the stories, I don't make them happen, but I have a very interesting, funny one where I was called a weirdo twice. Somebody stopped, called me a weirdo, turned around, and then stopped again, turned around, and looked at me and said, "You're a weirdo again," twice to me. Amazing. I'm gonna tell you why this happened. Now, did I bring this upon myself? Perhaps, and I didn't mind being called a weirdo. I was like, "Well, you're right. I think I am close to being a weirdo." So, as soon as I get a response from someone here, I will tell you a story, and I'm gonna sit next to my house with a light shining, shimmering splendor, and I'll tell you a story. But why? What happened? I was called away, and it wasn't. This is people fear these kind of interactions. She didn't fear interactions because she was obviously in the right and I was in the wrong. And the person that I was trying to alleviate of their embarrassment for having been working at a place that was open that was allowing her to even shop there. I'm going to tell you a story. Wait, there's enough people in the room, so just meditate with me for a moment. Here, would you like to meditate on the light, the water, or just my beautiful face? How about you? How about go in the mirror and just look at yourself? Go ahead and do this. Go walk into the bathroom, because it's probably a bathroom you have there. Look in the mirror and say, "I am beautiful." Don't say Zen is beautiful. Say I. Just repeat what I repeat. Whatever I say. Say this. Say I am beautiful. Don't say Zen is beautiful. I get it. And you can say it to my face if I'm your mirror, but I'm not there. Just look in the mirror and say, "I'm beautiful." Right? And I'm good with everything and everything. I'm healthy, I'm holistic, and I'm wonderful, and I'm magical, and I'm not hurt by the simplest things, and I'm not going to judge people. Say those things. I say this all the time to myself in my mind, and so I always remind myself those things. The only thing that I know, sometimes I forget that I'm beautiful. I realize that everyone's going to be having what they believe is beautiful and what they think is worthy, and what they think is the cuckoo. They're the cuckoo. They think think sometimes Jesus is the best, and sometimes they think, well, Allah. Well, they have no idea. Now I'm gonna like to tell you a story, and as soon as anybody comes in here, there's apparently 2 people in here now. I'll tell you a fucking hilarious story. And this just happened, right on time. I could, and it's not like I was trying to make a funny story happen. All I was doing was going to grab. I was going across the street to grab some. I was going to a gas station, which has a convenience store inside. I could have gone anywhere for what I required, but it's the closest place. So I was like, let me go here. And when I walk inside, here's the story. I'll just tell you, even though nobody said hi. You don't say hi to Zen. No, you ain't gonna say hi to me. Okay, I'll tell you a story anyways. And I'll just leave this here for people. You can comment in the background. I walk in the store, and there's like 70 fucking things on the door. That one of them says, welcome. The other one says, hey, $2.99 Slurpees. The other one says, we have cigarettes, and the other one says we have, you just name any. It's on the door. So call me confused. I didn't read all of them. I couldn't see any of them. One of them might have said wear a mask. May have. Well, I walk in, and to my right is the cash register, and the guy is working, and I can see already that here's how he's wearing his mask. I'm telling you, this is verbatim. I could walk you in here and you ask him. His mask was like this. It was like this. It was like this. Just like that. He was breathing. He was talking. When he was under his nose, I was like, oh, cool. This guy's cool, right? But unbeknownst to me, so I walk in like this, just to see what kind of fucking issue I'm gonna have, and he don't say shit. But all of a sudden, I hear this chick that's at the register say something, and I couldn't hear because she's standing towards him. I can't hear what she says. And all of a sudden he goes like, he starts here. He's working at a fast food place. Well, you know, at a not fast food, but he's working at, you know, a convenient mart that is a tiny little gas station joint. And he goes like this. And I was like, oh no. And so I look at him and I was like, and he just goes, he kind of shrugs his shoulders, nothing really going on. And I was like, hey, what's up, buddy? So now I know there's a fucking issue where there shouldn't be an issue. There should be no issue. And I was like, hey, now I go, do I have to put this on? This is how I go, right? And she turns around, she goes, yeah, but he's got to wear it because, and she's got her mask on, and it matches, it's like got diamonds and shit on to match her, you know, she's like one of those chicks, right? And here's what I say, which is hilarious to me. And this is not offense, but she was offending my dude, saying he was sick and he was dirty, and he was an Arab, I think, or perhaps Mexican or something like that. You know what I mean? And so she said, and I know she said it for two reasons: A, she scared bitch, and B, she thought she could tell him what to do because he's lower than her on the food chain, in the sense of he's brown, he shouldn't even live here, this is my country. Ugh. And then also, like, she's scared of like I gotta put the mask on and did all the Karen bullshit. So I walk up and I'm like behind her, and I was like putting the mask up and down. I was like, which way should I wear this? And she's like, well, you gotta put it on because, you know. I was like, well, are you scared of this? Like, you know, it's foolish, right? And I'm looking at the dude, and because she's insulted him, and I could just sense like how she said it. And I was like, and here's what I said, and I wish I have it on. I wish I had the audio on when I was doing this. I was gonna videotape this going in there just because I, you know, whatever. And I should have, and I didn't, because it'd be hilarious, and you guys would have fucking got a kick out of it. I said to her, hey, have you ever had sex without a rubber? I mean, and she was amazed. I was like, no, seriously, have you ever had sex with somebody that you didn't have a condom on? I was like, how many kids do you have? And she was so appalled by what I said, she didn't even answer. I was like, yeah, you probably have a couple kids. You probably fucked without a rubber before, huh? You know, you had sex, you had relations without a rubber, yeah? And she walks away, has not answered any of my questions, while telling him what to do with his face mask, who's behind, like, 6 feet away from her, you know. And she stops when she gets to the door, turns around, and she says to me, like, you're weird. And then takes one more step to the door, turns around, looks at me again, and I go, yeah, I am weird. And she goes, yeah, you're weird. You know. And I was like, you're weird for wearing a mask. And then she dipped out the store. I was like, but, and I'm sometimes saying, hey buddy, it's okay. So now his mask is kind of sliding off his face. I was like, I can put this down. I was like, yeah, I mean, you should wear your mask the way you want to. This is your store. Like, you can't let her, like, fuck her. She's not paying your bills. You know. I didn't say the whole thing after this, but like the guy's gonna make his money no matter what. And if she wants whatever she wants, which was probably, I don't know what she wanted. She'd go buy somewhere else. She's not gonna walk somewhere else. He'd be like, nah, I'm not gonna take it off. You want to do business or not? And she would quickly realize, like, you can keep your mask on, so now you're safe, honey. I'm not gonna wear a mask because he was not gonna wear a mask if he didn't have to. And I've been in so many places like this where they wear the mask like all stupid. Okay, my mask is dirty right now. Here's why. Because A, it's made from certain material that is not well, I mean, no matter what it is, but I've touched it. Now it's underneath here. Now it's on my beard, which has a bunch of bacteria on it, and then he was wearing his like this, and I was like, bro, I get it. I was like, you want to breathe, I get it. Oxygen is you can't talk to these fucking people, they're fucking crazy. And I think English was his third language, honestly, and she could barely speak English and was judging him. I could sense it in the air, and her excuse was, it's this thing that's going on. I could sense it. Am I reading this shit? No. It's the reason the Washington Redskins don't exist anymore. Yep. Trying to kill the natives. They're trying to kill anybody brown. They're trying to, and it's all in the because the natives are offended. No, the natives aren't offended. They're offended by you removing the history. That's what they're pissed about. Anyways, whatever. It's nice to see you guys. Glad you're here. Thanks for talking to me. 7 people in the room, whatever. You think it's going to change what I say? Sooner or later. Cancel culture is hilarious. But, you realize that cancel culture, which is this, if YouTube continues to do what they do, they become nothing more than Fox or CNN. I don't care what side you like, they're going to become that. Whatever the popular opinion is, whatever narrative they're pursuing, they won't let you say anything else. So what information you get? Anybody's opinion? Anybody just saying the facts? No, you can't have that anymore. So what happens then? Where'd you get information? If you get it from Wikipedia, which means Wicca, which means Wiccan, which means it's a magical art. Okay, the Wiccans were the good ones, and then they changed up the art of magic, and the whole thing right now is just silencing people that try to free you of your own slavery, and they're everywhere. People love their slavery, and they'll tell you why you should be a slave too. And I get it on larger scales. Like, maybe there's some things that humans shouldn't do. There's some things that, don't be rude. But the rudest thing that I've ever heard is someone tell me or anyone around me to put a mask on. And I'm like, you realize this is like 9 months in. This is completely foolish. You've upset the balance of the universe. I watched a woman, a white, old, 70-year-old woman. I'm pretty sure she was taking she was a grandmother. She probably had like a 30-year-old daughter who just had kids. So one was like, 7, no, 5 and 5, 6 and 4, or somewhere around there. Young enough where don't wear a mask because it's not good. And in fact, the CDC guidelines will tell you, A, masks don't do anything, B, don't put them on children, blah, blah, blah. She had the mask on children. She just stood there, and as I'm walking by, she stops and makes them kind of stand near the sidewalk, the edge of the street, and won't walk by me. And I was like, what am I going to do? Am I going to bite you? I'm not breathing at you. She's like, let him walk by. And they're all wearing masks. I was like, you're abusing those children by making them put masks on. And I'm supposed to be embarrassed. I'm supposed to be the one that they're removing my spirit, my soul, my energy, my love to say, hey, I want you to experience this world in the best way. And I know the best way to experience this world is not through, covering your mouth up. I'm saying, just don't be an outlandish. Don't just run around just like screaming fucking, bloody murder. There's a bomb on a train, or the airplane is going to be, that's all insidious and silly and stupid. Certainly, but these people defend everyone else, saying, well, we've got to have more laws for more safety, and you know what? They're going to get to the point where their safety is going to be everyone sitting in a fucking house with a mask on, and they're going to say, well, you can only masturbate to these things during these hours, and you can only eat these foods from these cans at this time. What do you think that is? Complete order, control, and lack of nourishment of experiences towards the expanse that is reality. And they're going to turn you into a robotic gestures of their own device and their own devices. What up, Robert Hammock? Yeah. So here, what I'm gonna do, because I don't do this often, I'm gonna smoke something delicious. This is one of my favorite things in the world, but it's my favorite thing because I will smoke these things just about never. It's just now and then. And this is called a dejorum. A dejorum is kind of like a bidi or a bidi or it's an Indian cigarette. It's tobacco and a bunch of different flavors and elements in it. And hold on one second. It's glorious because they have not ruined the tobacco, and they've added good elements to it, and it's not addictive. And this is why, like, I could smoke 3 or 4 sitting right here right now, and then just never desire it again. But if I did a bunch of fucking heroin or cocaine or something, I would be like, I need that again. And maybe it's just me. I don't know. There's just about anything I could do. I could eat a steak today and never desire to eat it again. I could eat, mm, I could eat certain type of vegetation and never desire it again. Like people are doing everything they can. I don't know. Do they follow their own rules when they tell someone to do something or not do something? Do they follow their own rules? Like, do as I say, not as I do? Like, the only time that I say that that's a correct principle is if I'm driving a car at 100 miles an hour, because I know how to drive a car, and I say to someone that's I'm just giving the keys to some small car, hey, stay on the back roads and go 40. I'm doing that for a safety factor, not, and eventually, don't worry. You hear that? My guy right there, you hear that? My man, just to prove my fucking point. Yeah, and then once you know how to drive a car, yo, whip that bitch. My children, if I probably won't, but if I were to choose to, I would say, hey, listen, hey, do whatever you want. I'm going to give you as much freedom to roam. I'm going to, but, there's got to be a couple slight barriers here and there that you can't, don't cross this line. Okay. But, fuck around, do some weird shit, make mistakes, because mistakes are the only way you're going to learn something. And you learn something not because of the mistake, but because you attempted something. See, mistakes don't teach you shit. It's attempting to do something that teaches you something. So, if my child wants to drive at, say, 12 years old, and say, hey, I want to drive that car, I'm like, can you reach the pedals and see over the steering wheel? And if they can, I'll go, okay, here, go ahead, drive the car. But I will, without question, like, let's go somewhere there's an open field, an open road, and you can figure it out. And you'll know how to drive a car. Maybe at 10. I don't know. But I'm like, okay, can you reach the pedals and see over the steering wheel? And they go, no. I was like, well, then it's not my decision. It's the fact that it's a car with the steering wheel. It's up to here that requires somebody of a certain height to drive it. And what would I do? And then I'd say, okay, you want to see what like a powerful little vehicle looks like. Okay, I'll get you a small vehicle. I'll get you I don't know. What do you like? You don't want a two-wheeler because you'll fall over side to side. We'll wait on that. Blah blah blah. Right? You ride a bicycle, but I don't think you want a motor. Once you fall off of that, you might hurt yourself. Here, go ahead. Hurt yourself one time. I don't want to ride that no more. Okay, I'm gonna give you a four-wheeler. It's gonna be small, and go ahead and drive that. But how about like, do you think it's fun to sit in the passenger seat? Well, I can drive 150 miles an hour. In complete control of the car at my capacity at 40 some years old, and you're 10 and you think you can do this? And they would have to say, no, Dad, you know what's going on and you know what's best. And and as soon as they know how to control something, here, have the keys to here's the kingdom. That's what it is. But everybody else want to come out here like they know me, or they know my life, or they know anyone else's life, or know what they're capable of, and try to instruct people. This woman couldn't even figure out how to put makeup on, and how she was probably in her early 40s, but looked like she was 60 and about to die. And that's why I asked her. That's why I literally asked her, when's the last time I was like, have you ever had sex without a rubber? How many children you got? And she couldn't answer because she knew the answer was she probably got 3 children by 2 different dudes, and the first one left. The second one, they have hateful fights every day, and this is why she's trying to control another dude who was probably her first husband. For a second, was probably some Hispanic dude, and so she associates. And this is all assumption, right? I'm just making a funny story, but this is a serious thing that happens all the time, and it's real. And anybody that says otherwise, you've never met these people. I could tell you, I could have people. I could make a documentary for fucking 400 days with everyone that I've ever met and people that I'll meet, and say, hey, tell me about why you were in your first relationship, what happened the second, and tell me why, and tell me what you don't like, and what is, and why you disrespect someone like this and you respect someone like this. And they're going to tell you. They go, hear that? Fireworks is going off, huh? Yeah, you see? It's right on time, always. Do you think right now that I'm controlling that over there? Perhaps, perchance. But no. It's because reality sets in. I could meet women that I can understand where they're coming from, and they've met with the fucking dudes that don't respect them. And I've been around dudes that say this chick was out of her fucking mind, and she really, and I get it from every direction. I get it. I've heard all the stories from whether you black, white, and black, or Asian, or Filipino, or what. I don't care. Mexican. I got heard it all in every direction. And I have fucking empathy and sympathy. Well, sympathy for most, but empathy for some. About I know what you're going through. But just don't treat the guy at the grocery store, or the guy that's selling you your 6-pack of stupid. Don't give them shit. You know, that dude during a lockdown is the only place that's open, and that's the only place she could go. And then she's gonna say, "Put your mask on." Tell him what to do. I was like, you realize you'd already be dead a long time ago if this shit was real, because I know you don't wear that all the time. I know how you work. I know who you are. I know your person. I know the type of person this is. Are you making assessments and judgments based upon just... Yeah, it's stereotyping. Yes, I am. But she stereotyped him and stereotyped him based upon the fact that she assumed that she loves science, but also doesn't buy the science that... she picks and chooses, and I bet every dude uses this too. It's one of the sub laws of reality, where how to do this for you. Logical fallacies exist everywhere. I was on an elevator. Oh, hold on. Here. Now this is a story I wanted to get to. I'm glad people showed up for this. I was gonna get on an elevator, and I hit the button, and I was sitting there just standing at my floor, and someone from the other part of the floor walked over. I was like, "Hey, welcome to the elevators." And she looked at me, didn't say shit because I was friendly and I smiled. And instead of getting on either of the two elevators, she walked around the corner, hit the freight elevator, and then I said to her, "Hey." The elevator, because she hit the other button because she didn't want to, she had a mask on, but she wasn't willing to say shit. And she hit the other elevator, and you know what happened? Both of the elevators, which is it's not supposed to happen. Both the elevators came to where I was. Both of them opened simultaneously. That's not how an elevator works. Except it happened. And so I said to her, "Hey, look I said, hey, both the elevators just opened. We can both take our own elevator. They're here right now." She walks around the corner, looks, sees they're both open. I was like, "You take this one, I'll take this one." She didn't say shit, got on the elevator. She didn't want to be on the same elevator as me because I wasn't wearing a mask. I was like, we could take the same one. I don't even know why they're both here, but it's apparently that you want to get on a freight elevator, which takes twice as long to come up and twice as long to go down. This whole thing is a complete, like, I mean, like, at this point, like, I realize why most people, do you know why suicide rates are up right now? It's not because of the isolation. It's not because social distancing. It's not because of interaction. It's because people are going, is the light, okay, is the light worth the candle? I mean, if I light this candle, is it going to help you? Or am I just going to let this light upon deaf ears? Am I going to let this light show you a way that you'll never take? And so am I going to waste this candle? And everybody goes, everything I say, everything I do, everything I see, everything I know is even worth it. Because they're never going to see it. They're never going to know. What's the purpose of being here anymore? I realize the only people I'm talking to I already know. Robert Hammock, thank you for saying that. I got a mask for Christmas. Whole world gone Noid. Yeah, remember Noid? Remember Noid from what was Noid? Was he was annoyed, and he was you know what annoyed was? You know what the Noid was? What representative of what? And it was hilarious too, honestly. The Noid was what? The thing. It was. I mean, you'd have to assume it was it was a guy noid, but it could have been. I could have been a transvestite noid. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't. It could have been an alien. It could have been a woman. I don't fucking know. But the noid was cool, right? Funny, hilarious. And they stopped using the noid, and then they started making better. What were they serving to people? So but then now he's gone because he was so annoyed he just left the realm. Where the marketing agency said, maybe people are tired of being annoyed. Look up the. Hey, Robert, you know this? Hey, look it up right now. You got it. You can open up another screen. Let's let people in on this little. This is a secret. If you were born in the 70s and you grew up in the 80s, 90s, there was a restaurant. I won't call it a restaurant. It was a franchise. It should be pretty much known in the States that there was a certain place that used that to sell a certain thing. And then they changed the way that they made the thing, and it became a delicious something. What was it? So right now, most things, like I'm annoyed. Everyone that I know that knows anything is annoyed with things. So what are we supposed to do? Are we going to sit here and try to help these people? Or do we got to pick up our bags and go to another realm and let these people just eat themselves to death? And just devour each other? Or do we just sit and stand our ground and say, nah, you're not annoying me. You aren't. Like literally, the things that have happened, the chicks and the things, the stupid shit, it annoys me in the sense that why? But I don't blame them. I'm not angry at that person. I'm angry at the fact that somehow something infected and affected and inflicted upon their mind a way to believe that the world is not a beautiful place. But you know what I see right here? Here's what I see. Look at this beautiful thing behind me. And here, look at, you hear that? Choo choo, motherfucker. There's a train right there. Look at this. It's so beautiful. Do you have this? You know what I'm saying? Like, look, hold on. Sorry, you can't really see that. You can see my dumb face. We'll flip this around. Look at, I got water here. It's so beautiful. Look at all the beautiful lights. Look at these beautiful people. I don't know these people. They have beautiful homes, lights just shimmering on the water in other realms. Look at how beautiful this is. This is wonderful. I got water right there. I'm cleaning up the air. I got a power station here. I got a building here. I can walk over here and listen to things. I can see lights the way that other people cannot see them. You see that right over there? You see that in the sky? Look at what? Yeah, you see it? Look to the right side of the screen. Look at the lights. Yep, there it is. Yeah, but you know what people see is they see their own anger and failures. Like I don't focus on my anger and I don't focus on my failures, and I hope that everyone else does the same. But I'm not going to sit here with everyone doing that. I mean, how much can I stand my ground and just say stop doing that? And how much can I protect people? I will protect people that don't even like me. Do you understand what I'm saying? You might not like me, but I will defend you to the day I die. And you'll wonder why. It's because you are no different than me. You're just going through a different life path and you need someone on your side. And if you're so angry at the world, I'm not angry at the world as a totality or certain people. I'm just wondering why this is occurring, that everyone's they're standing ground for hate and putrid nature of this. They're not attempting to become something different, whatever it is, something better, something that says, nah, I'm me and I'm good and I love myself and I love you too, and I'm not scared of you and I hope you're not scared of me. We may have our differences in opinions and points of view and whatever, and we might have arguments. Arguments are fucking hilarious. They're hilarious because arguments end up. Anybody has ever had? There's this thing, like you have an argument with someone, and you're always better friends after, and the best love is made after you have an argument, right? But some people are so stuck in something. I don't know what it is. Like if tomorrow somehow I'm given this idea that certainly this world is a giant, I'm on the back of a turtle or an elephant. You know what? I was wrong about the entire world being flat. I don't think we're in a world because yeah, most people are in a whirlwind of craziness. But whatever. I said, as far as I can tell, this water is look at that. It's pretty nice and it's beautiful. And I could jump in it and I could swim around in it. And I mean, I wouldn't right now. It doesn't make a lot of sense because it'd be cold and. Hmm. Hmm. Like Zen, you don't smoke. You don't do that. I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke cigarettes. Yeah, maybe I do. Sometimes I don't know. What is this? It's not even a cigarette. I mean, what do we call this? Is a yes. It's the word. It's the words that you choose not to hear. People choose to hear the words that reinforces their opinions on reality. And if your opinion really is that reality sucks, that's what you're going to hear. My opinion is reality is pretty neutral. Reality doesn't give a shit about anything. And so I sit in that space. And sometimes it's good and lovely and wonderful. And sometimes it's really weird and strange and bad and awful. But I will never, the people that are good, I will never say you're going to be good tomorrow. And the people that are bad, I'll say you're not going to be bad tomorrow. And the sun always comes back around, and the moon will come back around, and the rivers might be here, and the like whatever this is. Why is it the same size the entire way through? Is this natural formation, or did somebody build this years ago? I don't know. I can't tell you that. I wasn't here for that, or maybe I was, but it's like judging someone for their insignificance, insignificant thoughts. And I'm not about that. And so just because I make fun of people, I'm not making fun of you. I'm not making fun of your path. I'm just saying it's a jovial, jovial time because we've all been in a situation where people make fun of us. I've been made fun of more than most people, I would assume. When I was a kid, man, I was stupid. I got respect because I was really good athletically. But I wasn't really, and I was really, I listened to teachers. I did good in class, and so I got respect from all sorts of different things, but for different reasons. They're like, he's a dork. But if we're playing kickball, if we're playing soccer, if we're playing football, the first person they're gonna pick is me. That's the truth. They're like, I don't, he's kind of weird or whatever. But they didn't like me because they couldn't understand what I was seeing. Like somebody stole out my fucking car, broke into my car and stole all my shit. Speaker, amp, the speakers, the amp, the whole thing. And I knew who it was when it happened. And then I hung out at his house, and he said, and I was like, cool, where'd you get that from? Huh? Yeah. And he laughed. I was like, yeah, good, nice to see you, man. And would he do that to me today? No, he'd probably see me and say, man, I never knew. And he would be thankful that I go, no, I don't. I wasn't mad at me for being a child. I was somewhat insignificant as a field of energy when I was young, except for playing certain sports. But now I'm significant on this realm beyond most people's. I'm not trying to steal anyone's job. I don't want what you want. We can all have what we need, what we require, what we desire, what we want in any way. Just what's the purpose on not sharing what you have, as knowledge, as wisdom, as food, as energy, as water, as light, as wisdom? Like that's never gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Well, welcome. Here's me. If y'all don't know who I am. Well, I mean, you'll never know who I am unless you know who you are, because we are strictly no different. Like right at the surface level, we are no different. There is no boundaries between us. But as is instructed by certain people, oh yes, we're way different. You didn't come from my background, I didn't come from your background, but I'm gonna respect your background. Why? Because that's a new lesson for me to be understood. I didn't grow up playing certain sports. I didn't grow up reading books. I didn't grow up doing mathematics. I didn't grow up doing certain things, and then I started to do them. I already knew that was to, like, I just didn't understand it. Understanding is the entryway to the kingdom of wisdom. You know, death is the entryway to, like, what is life. Before you were born into this world, you were dead. Before you were born, you were dead. You don't remember anything. Just as you assume when you die, you remember nothing. But I'm here to tell you, plainly and precisely, that if you were to die again, all you do is split from the things that you dislike and go to the places that you adore. And it's a doorway to a new place. It's a nuance. It's a nuance in humor and love and disgust. Because if you're disgusted by somebody, you know what you do, you discuss something with them. And most people don't like discuss, because they don't want to discuss anything, because there's a chance that if you have an honest conversation with anyone, there's a chance that you might go, I was wrong, I understand what you're saying. And do you know how many times I've done that? The reason I am what I am now is because I used to think that I knew just one way, and now I know all ways. But not everyone, not everyone, not always, but you know. Where are you invited? Where do you feel comfortable being? Like I'm a comfortable being anywhere, most anywhere. I just doubt that anybody really has it in them to think that their opinions will make someone their God, and they're sitting there, they're wearing the black, and they're like, I judge you, and you will, you'll burn in hell for this. You know, people say that, like, no, you never want that. You would never, because what if you grew up in their life path? You would never hope that for yourself, so why would you hope that? Why would you expect that for anybody else? You guys want to go walk around this here? I'm gonna go grab another beverage, and you know, it's each one teach one. We're here to learn, we're here to be taught, and we're here to teach. When you know something, you provide others with it. If you know how to grow a field of daffodils or daisies or food, you share it, because you cannot eat all that. And why would you eat all of it anyways? If I had my 40 acres and a mule, that kind of shit, if I had that, you think in 40 acres I couldn't plant all the seeds and have all the gorgeous gardens? You think I couldn't eat all that? It would all go to waste. Why would I let all of the wisdom and glory of fruits and vegetables, and even if you're into meat, and I got all the cows, and some of them, like, I see the cows at the end of his life or her life, or the bull or whatever, you know, I'm gonna let the cow become an auroch again, you know, and if the auroch says yes, you can have some of my milk, oh, cool, thank you, I'm gonna make some cheese and yogurt, and we got some fun. But at the end of life, it looks at me and goes, hey, you can have my body, and you can eat upon it, just the same way that Christians believe that if you sip of the wine and eat of this little wafer, you can have the blood and body of Christ. Like, isn't that what a cow does? Isn't that what everyone should do? Hey, if I'm done with this life, you can have all my wisdom and knowledge. You can have everything that I know, and you eat of it. Do you think? Here, look, let me show you. I'm gonna show you something. Boom. Pack that. Pack it. Yeah, you know, Pac-Man? Look at this shit. Where did this come from? Why is this here right now? You know what that is? The moon is the Pac-Man, so you can get recycled. There, what did I say? I was going to eat an alligator today. What did I say to you earlier? Look at my earlier videos. There's the alligator. Ate you. Alligator. Ate you too. Pac-Man. Eat you. Yeah, look at bang bang. It's funny, right? You think I just came out here and put this up? No. You think I knew that was there? No, I didn't know. It's just how life works. And death for some, and the fountain. A fountain always recycles the water and knowledge and wisdom to always become again. So, the greatest movie ever. Go watch The Fountain. Death is the entryway to splendor and wisdom. And it doesn't mean you have to die. It means you see things in a different way. You have to. Yay. What up, y'all? Let me get over here so I can get my. I gotta go back in here and get some. We'll feed the ducks again. I think they might be. Let me see. You want to come see the ducks? Let's see if they're hungry. I'll go talk to them first. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. My fascination with ducks. It's because I don't think I want to pet them. They would let me. You ever pet a duck? Have you ever pet a duck? Seriously, I never have. Because I think that, I mean, I don't know how they feel. I just know that I just know how they, wait, I know how they feel. I just don't know that, like, petting them is the thing. Maybe, let's see, they're there. And I always say, hey, baby, what are you doing, little duckies? What are you doing? Where are they at? Oh, I know you guys cannot see what I can see, but hi, duckies. What are you doing, guys? I'm gonna go get them some foodies. You guys want some food? I'll be back in a second, okay. Can never tell. You guys can't see, but I can. I mean, right now, this is hoot hoot. Seeing with some, you know, when they say your third eye, you have a third ear, I don't know why they call it third, but it's like you can, it's feeling things. Doesn't mean I have to, I don't have to fall into your feelings. I love you for what you are, but the judgment is going to take you into a terrible terror storm. Let's go see what's going on here. Push. Let's go find out. It's funny. You ever watch the Duck Dynasty? You ever watch that? So funny. It's a bunch of dudes that live in the middle of. Look at it happen again. Look at both of these. That should never happen. My phone can say it. It's not supposed to do that. Elevators just always. Lately, if I push a button, it all opens up to me. If I push a button out there, the way the elevators are supposed to work is one comes up and one stays where it is, so it can go somewhere else. On my floor or down here or anywhere, if I hit a button, they always end up both opening the doors at the same time. Crazy, right? It's just how it works. So we're gonna go grab a couple beers, walk around. What do we got? We're gonna set up my apartment just so I can charge this phone for a second. Pop. And I really want to go feed these ducks, but they were kind of cool. They were like, food. They said food or no food, we're good. I was like, all right. But I felt inspired. Inspiration is a weird thing, huh? When's the last time you felt inspired to do anything? I feel inspired sometimes to take a nap. I feel inspired that I don't want to cause anybody issues and problems, so I would just go. Can I just stay here and just relax for a second? And other times I feel inspired to go, hey, how can I improve your situation, right? So it's just something we do. It's how we interact with the. There's this thing that I want to share with you guys. Have you ever heard of Time Flies Tuesdays? Time Flies Tuesdays. I don't know. This dude has got to be one of the most coolest white cats ever. And he's not white cat. I mean, he's just, it's just not something like at first you hear him and he could rap his ass off. And he was also a beautiful singer. And he also did Time Flies Tuesdays. If you know this, say what up. Or you say word up. Let me adjust this screen preferences here. Welcome. So 9 people in here, 44 minutes, and only all I have right now is Robert Hammock's words. Everyone else has said nothing. So Robert Hammock, it's always a good to see you, man. And by seeing you, I just know that you're commenting things that are inspirational. As you know, realize the only way you can ever become inspirational is that you have the equal balance of deliberately being disastrous and destructive towards dilapidated, all that. Like you can't. And even the people that have done the most in the world, that people hate them. You could find someone like Gandhi, and they're gonna say, "Well, Gandhi was." You guys, Mother Teresa. Yeah, a lot of people. I don't know. I never met her, but she does kind of look like a dude, and she does look like Fauci. I don't know. It's really kind of scary. And because I don't appreciate Christianity for this reason, because they find people to go and do the dirty work to go and do the things that they do in the name of God, the name of religion. No, stop doing the name of God. Just say, I'm doing this. If people, instead of saying, read this book, it was written by God, and here's what God said, and God is up there. God is gaudy as gaudy. Is it gaudy? It sounds like some weirdo. Isn't that a gaudy? Is it John Gotti? Oh, is it gaudy? Like, oh, it's so gaudy, right? Is it God? Okay. God wrote a book. Did God write it? No, what God didn't do, but he said it, and all of these other people. And why did we put it together this way? And who wrote it first? And was it written in English? And then you have to go through all this. If someone just came and said, "Hey, here's what I think, and here's the way you should live your life," I'm like, "Oh, okay. I'm willing to listen to how you think I should live my life, and if you give me some good observational reasons, like if you've experienced something bad in your life, I can tell you why. Like you know, I could tell you like I'm very that's. I'll listen to your this fucking sucks, but." If you say that Jesus said live this way and God said live this way, I'm like, who's God? Is Jesus God? No, okay, okay. Wait, no, it's the Son, and then you go through this, and you say Saraswati, and you say this thing over here, and you start going through all these different holy books. I'm like, did you read all of them? Because there's other languages, there's other people, and they're reading different. No, that wasn't the right one. This is the right one. I'm like, ugh. If you just said to me, here's what I think, and I think here's how life should work. You don't need to live this way, but I think it'd be really nice if you did. And you said, hey, be friendly. When you have enough, give to the people that don't have anything. Pay it forward. Be generous, kind. If someone's fucking with you, do not turn the other cheek. Some people, okay, here's the thing. I know Christian people that they say, hey, if somebody punches you in the face, give them the other cheek. Well, then after you give them the other cheek, then what are you going to do? And let's just assume that you can take the first punch in the face. Well, it's going to be hard for most people. Hit me another gun. Now, if you can take 2 punches in the face, people are going to get really worried about how powerful you are. Now, that way, now talk to me. I know all about this. But if you're telling someone that, right? So you say, don't fight, but then they're getting bullied in school, and the bully every day comes up and says, give me your lunch money, give me this, and they insult them, they assault them, they treat them unequally, and like they own them and they hurt them. And you say, once you eventually say, okay, defend yourself. Okay, how do you defend yourself if somebody sucker punches you? And reality is a sucker punch. I want to say it again. Reality is a sucker punch. How do you defend yourself from that? You can't. So you go, oh, okay. Now I see what you're doing, reality. Okay, and they hit you again. What do? Do you just go, and do you pull? Do you when they like, okay, if you gave me the right first, and I start to, maybe I didn't learn the first time, but maybe, man, it's not a learning process of like, thank you for teaching me by punching me in the face when I didn't know it was coming. That was really weird. So I should be scared of you. But if every day a bully comes up to you, punches you in the face with his right hand, and says, give me your lunch money, and you hand it over, eventually, won't your parents be like, hey, sign up for yourself? And what would that mean? It would mean, I'm going to show you, right hand. And that's what they're going to do. Most bullies, they're gonna pull with the right hand. As soon as they drop their shoulder, and you use your left hand, watch. Right? I mean, but nobody wants to do that because they're assuming just because the person's bigger that they could handle the response. Even if you don't win the fight, they're gonna respect you for even fighting back. And you know what they're gonna do tomorrow? They ain't gonna do that again. You might not win the fight, but bullies never get punched in the face. But once you punch a bully in the face, they're gonna go, oh, I'm not sure if I'm okay with that, because they never been, no one talked back to them. No one told them that what you're doing is wrong. And then maybe one day the bully becomes the person's best friend and say, hey, I know, shouldn't you protect people rather than using that to get something? Like, yeah, because if you protect people, people will still pay you. You could be a protector of reality, a protector of people that are less fortunate than you. As you're giant, you're a big person. Why would you take advantage of people that can't? You have all the food, you have the strength, whatever it is that they have. Why would they abuse people that have less than them? That makes a lot of sense. And maybe they become friends, or maybe the one that's getting picked on decides to go. Bully swings, misses, and they're out of position, and then the little one says, uh-oh, and knocks that bully out. The bully, you know what the bully does? They don't want nothing to do with that no more. And in fact, they'll probably never pick on nobody no more. I'm just saying. Like, what you turn the other cheek forever? I could turn around 60 times, and every time I turn around, I'm going to get punched in the face. Why would I keep turning around? Walk away? Where am I going to go? Bullies, you make, the next place I go, I'm going to find a bully again. None of it makes any sense. None of it. Nothing here in this realm makes any sense of well, you got one person telling you, well, you gotta be kind and love everyone and turn the other cheek. And what if okay, if they come up and slapped your baby or your wife in the face? Well, honey, just turn the other cheek. Okay, I want a dude that reads the Bible, it's married, and I want the bully guy. It's gonna be a bully guy. Come up and slap your wife in the face, and then what's he gonna do? Is he going to be out of fear, terror, or because he's read the good book and he's going to say, honey, just give him the other cheek? And she goes, yeah, good job. Way to go. Way to get your ass beat by some dude, and I wouldn't even protect you. That's good. Seems really Christian of you. Even though if I read the Bible, there was plenty of times that I was like, wasn't there something about like, Didn't the kings that were blessed by the gods say kill these people, go fight these people, and go to war, and give me foreskins, give me all this? It says it in the Bible. Yeah, it's all over it. But we're gonna ignore that. Just remember the part that says turn the other cheek. I don't believe so. Pick one. Which one do you want? Now, I'm not one for fighting. I'm a pacifist. Really, I'm the dude. I'm not the dude like Lebowski. I'm not that dude or the other dude. I don't know. I just, people like, hey, you the dude, man. Like, whatever. I'm AO, whatever. I'm Zen. I'm just fucking, I'm here. I'm just enjoying. Yeah, we have bad days. We have good days. But going out of your way going out of your way to punch somebody is terrible. And going out of your way to, turn the other cheek, that's horrendous too. Don't you think? Wouldn't you suspect that's not a good way to live? Give more than you receive. You know what's funny? In one sense, I agree with this. I agree with that idea, but let's just look at it logically. Let's just walk through this. I don't know if you're saying that, if you're agreeing with what I was saying earlier, or if you're giving me like a, let's work on this. Give more than you receive. Okay. Right now, today, let's say I have $100. Let's say I have $1,000 in my bank account, and somebody says, "Give me $100." Sure. Somebody tomorrow gives me 50. I'm at 950. Let's go through this logical practice. Once I get down to $0, somebody gives me 100. I got 100, and then somebody says, "Give me 50." Like, all right, I'll give you 50. No, I'm not 50. Somebody comes up and says, "Give me $50." It's like, that's what I got in my pocket. Here you go. Then a third person says, "Give me $50." How can I possibly give more than I received? It's an impossible gesture. to think that you can. Hey, have you ever tried breathing? Give more breath than you can receive. Hold on. Okay, that was a perfect. Here's what you get. Here's what we get, and together we can create more, of course. But if I gave you 4 seconds of my energy, and you gave me in return three, and so my return on my investment was three. 400 gives me 300. One breath in gives me this much. Eventually, I'm out of breath. And how can I give it to anyone? You have to put your own oxygen mask on first. You have to be a powerful being before you can provide to anyone else. It's just a very logical and spiritual thing. You cannot. What do you think? You think a child, you think a 5-year-old is going to tell me what's going on? Now, don't get me wrong. Kids, they ask the correct questions and they're in tune with the infinite, and I get it. I can learn a lot from them. But I mean, if they tell me like, okay, well, you're driving the car wrong. Okay, here's the keys. You do it. They're not gonna be able to. The house that you're building, you're doing it wrong. Build the house. How do you use this? How do you use this? Uh, double bevel miter saw. You know what I mean? How you gonna even do this? You got 12-inch on the and how do you cut me a cornice? Cut me so do the math for me. How am I going to receive from that person? Give? What am I going to give? I got a business that's worth $10, and somebody's like, "Can I get $20?" How can I give them $20? You cannot. It's an impossible thing that you're suggesting. I get the idea. I do, and I appreciate it, but I do not. Just out of it's a logical. It's an impasse you cannot cross. You can't. If I say to you, you want to get to the other side of the river, and you go, I don't know how to swim. Okay, I'm like, well, I got a boat, and you want to give more than you receive, right? Give him more than you receive. Do you want me to teach you how to swim? Do you want to give me $10? Like, I ain't got $10. Well, you can't get in the boat. It's not my fault. I didn't. Would I like to give you? I could give you the wisdom to swim. Yeah. But you're like, it's cold. You don't want that, right? Oh, yeah. So you need me to just take you across the river? Okay, that's fine. I could do that. We do it for free. But what if I got to the other side of the river, and the other side of the river, there was somebody there that says, because I'm the ferryman, I'm Siddhartha, I'm the Buddha, and I say if from here to here it's going to cost you, it's an equal trade unit. I have 10. You need 10, I'll give you 10. When I get over there, I'll get 10 back, and we just go back and forth with that. It's energy. Just energy exchange. And eventually, somehow that energy props up to 11 next time, 12 next time, whatever. But let's just say, okay, I'll get you over there. I got my ship, my boat, my ferry to get to the other side. And I say, okay, I don't have any money on me. I have a boat. We got to get over there. But when we get to that dock, there's someone standing there that says, you owe me $10. And I say, I don't got $10. And they're like, well, you got one person on, that's $10. And I was like, well, if I had two people on, it cost me 20, right? I don't know. So am I supposed to like come out my pocket that I don't even have to pay for someone to get across the river into the you cross into the the valley of death and that kind of shit? You can get to the other side. Like I'll put my word on it. I'll say this is a good person. Like I get it, but where's your $10? I'm like, well, he just jumped on the boat and he wanted to come over here. And the person's gonna say, well, now it's not my problem. Now you gotta deal with this motherfucker that you owe $10 to. I don't know. That's financial. I'm talking about spiritual. I'm talking about something else. I have, without question, spiritually, energetically, in every way, given more than I could possibly ever. And I'm happy to do it. I really am. But at some point, like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do for people anymore? I can't afford. I don't have any. I'm at the end of my days here. I'm at the end of my life, and people are like, "What happened to Zen?" Huh? Because you guys want me to just take you over to the other side of reality for free, and I couldn't. I gave you everything. You know, it's like, Jesus, I gave you everything. How, your father does this thing? That's not. I mean, I'm happy to do it, but again, when somebody has, if you got a bank account and you haven't put anything in my account, then you're suspect to life. And so then if you come to me like, yeah, I'm gonna get over this, I'm gonna take you there, but you gotta fuck with me no more. You fuck with that person. It's not a financial thing. It's an energetic thing, and you can never give more than you have. It's just what it is. Mm. People continually expect. Look at. I've gotten so much in my life, and I'm pretty comfortable, and I've got it through so many different pathways, and I've given through so many pathways. I've been stolen. I've only stolen a couple of people. Very minimal shit, man. I mean, it was stupid. I was young, drunk. Well, no, I wasn't drunk. I was high. This is why I don't do certain drugs. I stole something from people twice when I was high. I don't do that, and it was only like $10. You know what I'm saying? It was just something that was just out of my character, out of the norm, and I don't do those drugs. I did them twice, and both times I saw somebody. I was like, oh, that didn't make any sense. Why did I do that? It wasn't a good time. It wasn't nice to do. In hindsight, whatever. We both learned our lessons. It was a long time ago. But all in all, I don't steal on people. I don't know last time. I don't know last time I made a video that I stole anybody. In fact, every video I've done has been on my conscience, my consistency with who I am. That when you come here, I didn't ask you to pay for a Netflix account, an Amazon account. I didn't ask you even to pay for my YouTube. I didn't ask you to pay for my. But I have some people that support me with this because they know that what I'm saying and what I'm doing is helping people. I didn't ask you to, my Zoom shit. I didn't ask anybody. I mean, I asked you to do it, but I only got a few bucks from people. Got a few bucks from people. Still hasn't paid for it. I paid for a year's worth of Zoom, and I put people on. People pay me for I'll just call it. I'll call it a wash. Okay, fine. It's been paid for. So let's do a Zoom chat, right? I share with you unconditionally. I have no conditions for my love. I have no conditions for my sharing. But how can I give more than I have? I cannot tell you about what it looks like in the pyramids of Giza. So the logic would stand that the only thing I could do is lie to you about that. But I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. It's just stupid. So for me to share with you more than I have. So if I have knowledge of the pyramids of Giza, I will tell you all about it because I've been in there. I can tell you about my understanding of it and the way it's shaped, and I've seen pictures and I know what's inside, and I could give you all that. But to tell you about what's in there for certain, how can I provide that to you and give that to you if I don't have it? That is giving more than you have. People that give more than they have are liars. That's what it is. I don't know how else to make it more simple. That is the most simplified version. You cannot. It's not even possible, Arcane. Okay, it's not. You never will. It's an impossibility. I still want to go back outside in a second because I don't know, because it's comfortable out there. Oops. Oh. I've made so many videos. It's so funny that sometimes I'll make a video and it'll be like 3 hours, and then somebody will say, I can't believe you got drunk and for 8 minutes yelled at someone and were ridiculous. I was like, you realize that you're not gonna. They don't compliment me on the 2 hours and 46 minutes that I had prior. That was like answering any and all questions in a way that no one else can, and with complete articulate honesty and helping people. They don't say thanks for doing that. What they say is, hey, I know that everything you have done, and you get an A+ in class. I'll give you 97% on this, but you missed 3 questions, and we have a problem with the 3 questions you missed. Huh? That's what I've been offered, is people trying to criticize my life journey and how I help people. If it was that I was such a horrible person, if I was doing everything that I was, my heart, my goal, and my mind was all to attain fame, wealth, and I would do anything to get food. I don't eat days. I don't drink days. I don't fucking, I don't, I have no idea. I mean, if my whole goal was that, I would do a bunch of different things. And you know what? No one would hear me doing this. And you know what I'd be doing? Everyone would suffer for me not speaking. That's a fact. Not everyone, but you know what I'm saying. It's like I'm not like the fucking holy fucking oh. There's plenty of people online that say good things, but the fact that when I'm doing this, I'm made to feel not worthy because a couple times I'd say some dumb shit and some rude shit, and I'm emotional. Oh, sorry for emotions, my bad, but someone can come out here and do wild ass shit on any channel. Some people actually listen to they review videos and they just sit there and they'll play the video and they'll sit in the background, oh, yo. And then all of a sudden, I see they're making thousands of dollars a month. I'm like, how are they making so much money on reviewing video? They're cool. I like them. So I'm watching someone watch someone. You know, it's a multiplicity of inside of this is inside of this is not. But how is that more important to reality to everyone? Because they're more impressed with the person saying, "Whoa, look at this! Whoa, oh yeah, it's a great idea." But the person that originates it and does it, and nobody gives a shit about. They're like, they don't even watch the video that the person's responding to. But they got bank. They got buku dollars. But then anybody does anything with truth on, and here's the thing is, I'm not fucking with them in a bad way. I'm not judging them. I appreciate what they do. It's awesome. And I watch the channels, and I've actually talked to people that do these videos, and they're really awesome. They're cool people. I'm not judging that. What I'm saying is, what is up with everybody else? That they're more impressed with their responses to a video because they want to hear somebody respond to something. They don't even want the knowledge. So like to me, it's like I still go, why am I even doing this? And once again, as per usual, I just go, why am I even here anymore? Like, is this, the apocalypse, the end of the world? Is it the end of the world for people that where I exist? Because if I exist, you get this. Might like it, might not. Most people like it. Yeah, you like that shit, don't you? See, it's just playful for me. I just have a way of talking that most people sometimes like, well, is he serious? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Is it helping you? Have you ever been to a therapist or something? How much are they helping you? They ask you questions, and they ask you questions to decide for you, to think for yourself. The best therapists do. The worst ones will always. It's called the industry of death, psychotherapy. It's really bad. But there's good ones, just like there's good doctors, but most of them are bad. There's good, but most of them, it's always that way. So what is my use here? If I decide to go off to another realm anytime, and I cease to exist, do I delete my entire channel? Because shouldn't I? Because might as well. Nobody wants to listen. Oh, everybody. When someone's not here no more, they respect them more. I don't respect them during their life and their work and what they're trying to accomplish and trying to help and assist others. People love people that take a ball and throw it into a hoop or kick it into a net or the best things in the world, and they'll watch that. What have they really done? Nothing. All they've done is taken your mind off the fact that they've made you believe that you could possibly do that, which you never will be, and you can't be that because you're not going to go through that effort and that hardship. And then on the other side, to take your mind off of, how fucking weird reality is and how weird people are. And right now, like I've been happy as a clam in one sense that I get to sit at home and do nothing and not even interact with people because people suck. But then in another sense, it's just like, man, like we're humans, and as bad as and silly as relationships have been with people in public. Yeah, look at the numbers. I'll post it. I'll do it with you guys. I'll show you. 97% of my videos are thumbs up. You know why? It's not about thumbs up. It's a thumbs down because I get thumbs down on certain videos for certain reasons. It's not that I need. It's not that I need validation. It's not that. It's just saying, how many people do you know that have 1 million views and 97% of people that view it go, God damn. You know how many you know how many times, this is my pat on the back. Do you know how many people say, thank you, you've improved my life? Un, un, it's not even close to anybody else. I'm telling you, percentage wise, not even close. And I said, I'm not even attempting to do that. I'm just talking. I'm just saying that. And when people ask me a question, I will deliver you what I know. And I know that, somebody told me the other day, like, you helped with this thing. Somebody was having a hard problem with something, and I gave them pieces of information. And the person called me yesterday. I said, you know the person that you told, they're not dealing with any of those problems anymore. They fixed the thing that they had. I'm not going to tell you what it is or who it was. This happens all the time. But then my return on my investment of that is somebody asked for money back that they gave me freely, and then I'm having an argument with somebody that I don't want to have an argument with, that I'm not trying to dismiss. I'm just, this is a friend of mine, and I don't know. And I'm being treated like I'm not worthy, and that I'm somehow the worst thing in the world, because once in a while I share my feelings, and sometimes I'm emotional. But now everything else that I do good is just not even okay anymore. That's where I'm sitting, and I wonder about the world right now. The state of the world is, it's always been going on. The changing of the guards, the changing of the what happened to? Why is there no one living in the? Where was the Queen of England? Where'd she go? Where's she at? No, she ain't said shit lately, right? The whole castle or whatever the fuck I mean, so was that part of the new age and the trumpets and Trump and we could begin to play that game, but as far as I can tell, where's the leaders of the new school? Where's the leaders of the new world? No, it's just people that, it seems like just another influx of ingenuine assholes that are just gonna use a different set of properties to control people, and the properties is this: you got to go vegan. Don't pet an animal. Don't breathe on someone else. Don't interact. Don't touch anything. Just play through this computer. It doesn't make any sense. I'm very confused by this. Anyways, so right now we're an hour and 12 minutes in here, and only Robert Hammock and Arcane have said anything on my side. I have seven comments. 6 of them are Roberts. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 5. 5 are Roberts, and Arcane is 1. I know that's not a damn thing on my side. So I'm not saying that you didn't say anything. I'm just saying it's not showing up here. Yeah. So I'm gonna just dip out of here. Maybe I'll start another video in a little bit. All right. Nobody else said anything, right? Standard practice, huh? Standard practice protocol. Opus mono. Yeah. What's up, Stan? What's up, Arcane? All right, check it out. If you guys want to join, I'm gonna let my phone charge. I need a little bit of charge so I can walk out in the. It is beautiful today. Like, I could still probably be in t-shirt and shorts, which is awesome. How was my tequila? I don't know. You want to have a shot with me? Let's go. Fuck it. I haven't finished the bottle. It was tell David Mannion thank you. That was on him. Okay, here. This is what we drank that much. And actually, some of this got poured on the ground on purpose, because somebody said, pour some out for the dead homies. And so I did. Here. Oh, and speaking of the deads, that's belong. There you go. Yeah. Arcane. Oh, you've had Espelon? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was a good deal. It was $22. I could get it at 19 some places, but it's local, so it was worth it. $22. And like I said, the rest of the dollars went to, maintaining a roof over my head. Oh shit! I can't lean that way because I gotta pay attention. I gotta keep a charge on my phone, right? Yeah. Be mad funny. Oh. This Matt crazy, dog. Yodo. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna get off of here for a second. Yeah, and why do they want it? Wait, no. Here's why: because they want to resurrect them, because they want to feel like they did something, and like, oh, they're back here, thank you. And then once they're back alive, you think they're gonna love them again? Nope, nope, no, sir. They're gonna love them for a second. It's gonna reach a peak, and it's gonna fall off, and forget. But they're gonna, oh, they came back to, oh, come on. Jesus' life wasn't very valuable until he died and came back, and then he became a zombie, and blah, you know. I hear what you're saying, but yeah. I don't know, man. Like, why do the people that say anything that's valuable? Hey, so check it out. I'm gonna take this phone call. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.